Hello guys, welcome once again to Victory Design and welcome to today's class on web development. Today we'll be discussing the topic comparing strings in programming. This topic is essential for anyone who is learning to code, as strings are one of the most common data types you encounter while coding. Whether you are building a small application or you are working on complex software, understanding how to compare strings will help you make decisions based on user input, data processing, and a whole lot more. So in this lesson, guys, we are going to explore the concept of string comparison in detail. We'll discuss what it means for comparisons to be case sensitive, how string comparison works internally, and how ASCII values comes into play. And by the end of this lesson and today's class, you'll have a solid understanding of how to work with strings in your programming project. Now guys, what is string comparison? When we hear the statement string comparison, what does it mean? This refers to the process of determining whether two strings are equal or different. Like the phrase says, comparison, that is comparing two strings and seeing if they are actually equal or if they are different. Now guys, please know that this is a very fundamental operation in programming that allows developers to make decisions based on text data. For example, you may want to check if a user's input, right? If a user's input matches a predefined password or if two pieces of data are identical. So one of the first things to understand about string comparison is that it is case sensitive. Case means if it is small letters or if it is capital letters. That is what case means. So it is case sensitive, guys, which means that the uppercase and the lowercase letter are treated as different characters. So if it is not the same uppercase, like if it's not both capital letters, they are treated as different characters. But if it is actually same capital letters or same small letters, then it is treated as same characters. Alright. So guys, let's consider an example of case sensitivity. Let's go to our code, guys. Let's go to our code. Okay, guys, let's go to our code. Now, this is we are currently in our JavaScript code. Now, let's consider something. Now, let's write the string yes is equal to and equal to yes. If you remember, guys, when we discussed this particular usage of making use of the equal to and equal to, that means to check if the two options are equal to, right? Now guys, when you run this code, it actually returns false. This particular one. Now let me change this onto this. Okay. When we run this code, guys, it will return false. Do you know why? Because the first string, that is this one, this first string starts with an uppercase Y, while the second one starts with a lowercase y. In JavaScript, guys, this JavaScript thinks that these two things are different things because they are having different cases. Because JavaScript is case sensitive, it first of all looks at the case of the two strings, and of which this first string, guys, this first code or this first string has capital YES, and the second one has small YES. So first thing I check is that are they case sensitive, and of course they are case sensitive. So therefore, since the first one is capital letters and the second one is small letters, they are extremely not the same. Alright. So if I'm to run this code now, guys, if I'm to run it in my browser to give me false. Let me just do that so you see what I'm trying to say. Let's run this to copy. I'm coming here. You see, guys, the answer it gave us is false. And why did they give us false? Because the first string starts with an uppercase Y, while the second string starts with a lowercase y. And in programming language, In this particular programming language, which is JavaScript, these two characters are considered distinct, or they are considered different because they have different ASCII values, which is caused by their different uppercase. Now to further illustrate this point, let's look at another different example. Let's come here and then let's do the same thing. This one is capital letter Y, right? Capital now it says capital letter Y is not equal to small letter y. Let's copy and paste it in our console and see what happens. So this is supposed to be, guys, this is supposed to return to us true because really capital letter Y is not the same thing as small letter y, because in JavaScript looks at their ASCII value, which is caused by their different cap case, right? There are different cap case values. So really this one is capital letter Y and this one is small letter y. Alright. So understanding case sensitivity, guys, is very crucial because it can affect how your program behaves. For instance, if you are checking a user credentials like a person's username and password, you need to be aware that the admin, that's capital letter admin and small letter. Like what I mean is this: capital letter, capital letter A, capital letter A, admin, and capital letter A, admin, and oh god, capital letter A, admin, and this small letter A, admin, right? They are not the same. This capital letter A, admin, and this small letter A, admin, they are treated as different entries, as if you are checking for a user's username and a user's password. Now, this decision can lead to unexpected errors if you don't handle it properly. Like this difference, like the fact that JavaScript is case sensitive can lead to a whole lot of errors if you don't handle it carefully and properly. Okay, so guys, please take note of that. And now that we have covered case sensitivity, let's dive deeper into how strings are compared behind the scene. Like that means like why is it that JavaScript is looking at that case sensitivity? Why is it saying that this two things are the same is having yes, but why is it now following the fact that this one is having capital letter Y and this one is having small letter y? That is, let's look at the behind the scenes of JavaScript. Okay, so now in programming languages, including JavaScript, strings are compared characters. They are compared character by character based on their ASCII value. Strings are compared character by character based on the ASCII, based on their what? Their ASCII values, right? We compare them based on the ASCII, that's ASCII. They are based on their ASCII values. So every character, like every character, what any character I mean like every letter, that is A, whether it's B, whether it's C, D, E, F down to Z, even even numbering, every particular character, even space, tab, they all have a unique numeric ASCII value that is normally used for comparison. Alright? That is normally used for comparison. So when you compare two strings, when you compare two numbers or whatsoever, the program checks each character in its order until it finds a difference or reaches the end of that string. If it checks the different characters of the string and they both pass all the ASCII values, then they are the same. But if it checks the two different strings or the two different characters and they do not pass all the ASCII values, then they are not the same. Do you understand? Now you might be wondering, what does ASCII, this thing has seen, ASCII, what does it stand for? What does ASCII stands for? Now ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. American Standard Code for Information Interchange. And this is a character encoding standard that assigns a unique numeric value to each character in the English alphabet, as well as digits and special symbols. You get, guys? So it has numeric value to each character in the English alphabet as well as digits and special symbols. So Some key points about ASCII values include each character has a corresponding numeric value. Each character, each alphabet, each number, each symbol, they have a corresponding numeric value. That means, for example, character capital letter A has an ASCII value of 65. Yes, guys, character, look at it now. Character, this A, capital letter A, has an ASCII value of 65. This small letter A has an ASCII value of 97. Now notice that uppercase letters have lower ASCII values than lowercase letters. Are you seeing it? You see it? This small letter, this capital letter has 65, but the small letter has 97. The capital letters normally have a smaller ASCII value than small letters or than lowercase letters. This means that when comparing characters, lowercase letters will always be considered greater than uppercase letters due to this their high numeric value. Alright, so guys, please get note of that. As you can see, B has 66, but small letter B or lowercase b has 98, which is higher than 66. Same thing with this. 1 has 49. Exclamation mark, which is a special character or special symbol, has 33. So when comparing two strings, guys, the first character of each string is compared using their what? Their ASCII value. So when you have like this code now that we had here, guys, this code that we had here, that we had y against y. This first character y, the JavaScript will first of all check the ASCII value of capital letter Y. Then before it now check the ASCII value of small letter y. And of course, this capital letter Y, guys, capital letter Y has an ASCII value which is lower than small letter y. It will definitely return that they are not equal. That is why when you run this code, that capital letter Y is not equal to small letter y, it gave us true because the ASCII values of capital letter Y and small letter y are not the same. Right? They are not the same. Right? So if you want to find the ASCII value of a specific character in JavaScript, you can use the char code at method. Right? You can use the char code at method, guys. You can use the char code at method. And what does that? What do I mean by char code? This is what I'm talking about. This dot char code at method. Now this method takes an index as an argument and returns the ASCII value of the character at that position. Let's just practicalize that, guys. Let's practicalize that. Are you seeing this code here? And you can see right here, this code. Let's practicalize that on our VSC. Let's come here. Let's come here, guys. Now, let's say for example, we want to look for the ASCII value of two characters. Now let's say variable. Let's say variable var. Now the variable name, let's give it a name. Let's say my string. Let's say my string, right, is equal to a, for example. Then we also say variable as var. Now the ASCII value ASCII, right? The ASCII value is then equal to this my string we just called my string dot the char code. Look at it here. See that it's already a saved function. The char code at. Then we'll now put a bracket and put 0 inside of it, right? And then we'll then console it. Console.log this ASCII value that we just wrote here. ASCII value, and then semicolon. So what does this code do, guys? What does it do? Now, to calculate the ASCII value of the first character, that is why we wrote this particular thing here. Okay. No, other this particular this var is us creating a variable and giving the variable a variable name of my string, of which the variable name has what? Has a value a, that's lowercase a, that's small letter a. Then this particular code, which is ASCII, now we now give another variable and call the variable name ASCII value. And the ASCII value is now equal to this my string, that is this small letter a dot this char code at. Remember that this char code at is used to find the ASCII value of a specific character. So I'm not saying this is my string. Now I think JavaScript go to this my string which has letter A and then give us the char code at of this particular digit, which is 0, because A is, if you are talking about indexing, A is has an index 0, right? Because it is the first letter, should be good. And I will wrote 0 here. Then this console log is give us print out the result of this ASCII value. So let's actually go to put this code in our console. And if we actually put this code in our console, we're going to get an ASCII value of 97 because A has what? Like I said earlier on, A has an ASCII value of what? Look at it, guys. A has an ASCII value of what? This one of 97, right? So we're supposed to get 97 if we actually log that out. So let's log that out, guys. And let's put it here. Let's copy the code and paste it in our console. And press enter. Okay, it says something that my string is not defined. My string is not defined. And I'm wondering why it is saying that my string is not defined. How do you mean that it's not defined? Let's actually check where the error is coming from, guys. Oh, okay. I copied just the 2 lines of code. I did not copy my string as well. So let me do that. I made a mistake by copying just 2 lines of code. So I'm copying the complete code now. And then let's paste it back to paste. And then press enter. Okay, guys. So you see, this thing I will just experience is a particular example of me experiencing a bug. That's because I did write the correct code, but I just copied just the first var and the console, of which this code, let me copying these 2 code and pasting it here. This my string was not defined. Look at it here, guys. It's not defined. But now since it is defined, it gave me an answer. So that is me debugging my code. So guys, like I said just now, because of course, like we already said, this string or this character, small letter a or lowercase a, has an ASCII value of 97. Same thing. So after putting it into our console, we also get 97 because that is truly the ASCII value of lowercase a. Alright. So that is actually the actual value of lowercase a. So guys, if you want to now check, if you want to now see the ASCII values of all characters in a string, that means if you have a string that has different characters and you want to see all the ASCII values of each character in the string, you can use a loop to do that, to bring them all out. How do we go about that? Now let's change this a now something else. Let's change it to say let's say Vidacity, for example. Vidacity, right? And then we want to create a loop. Let's take this off and create a loop. Let's say we want to make use of a for loop. Now looping is a particular function in JavaScript that we will discuss in a future class. But it is just a way to like integrate something. That means if it does one action, it should automatically do another action at the same time. Like it should loop over a particular string. So let's make use of the for loop. So what we do is that we'll say for for, right? Then brackets. We are saying variable. And this variable, we're going to call out this variable. It means that this for loop go into this variable, which is this my string variable that we've created, right? Or rather, instead of us to say my string, then guys, we'll now say I, of which I is iterate. I. Do you get? I'm just trying to make it easier for you to understand. This I is same thing that it's same thing as saying that for this for loop should go into the variable, which is supposed to be this my string. But instead of saying my string, we'll just say I instead, which means it's a iterate. Go into this variable and iterate and start iterate by starting from equal to 0. Iterate by starting from 0 semicolon. Then after starting from 0, iterate anything less than this my string that we have here. This my string variable that we have here dot the length. That means iterate anything less than this identity length, right? Semicolon, and then iterate that add extra one. Plus means add extra one to it. That is what plus means. Alright. Then coming outside from the bracket, we now have these braces, which will now say, oh, we now print our console. Then we will now say console.log the answer, which is this my string dot char code. Remember that char code is the function we use to actually bring out all the ASCII value of a particular string or whatsoever. So you say my string dot char code at what? At the iteration, because we're trying to iterate this particular, trying to get the char code, or rather the ASCII values of all words, of all the characters in the string. So iterate, or rather console.log char code I, right? And then we have a semicolon after our brackets here. Semicolon. Sorry, a semicolon. Sorry, it's supposed to be after this, like that's good. So now our code is completely correct already. So let's just to explain what this code is going to do. Now you're not familiar. I know you're not familiar with. Okay, this is not correct. It's supposed to be length. Leng. So guys, I know you're not familiar with for loop, but just to explain as simple as I could, this first line of code is us creating a variable and we're giving the variable name my string, and of which this variable has a value of a string called veracity, right? Now we use a for loop, that is this for loop you can see here. We use a for loop to iterate through each character in the string. So what this var I is saying is that this a, since iterate starting from 0, that is this index 0, right? Then iterate everything less than this my string dot length, that is iterate the full length of this string, that's this string, and then add one to it. And after adding one to it, produce that's console.log print out the ASCII value. That's right, because this dot char code at is the ASCII value. Print out the ASCII value of everything you have iterated. That is this I that are seeing here. So this is going to print out the ASCII value of each letter, or rather of each character, guys, in this string Udacity. Do we understand? So guys, let's copy and paste this code in our console and see what it will actually bring for us. Let's just do that. Let's copy and paste that into our code. Let's come here, copy, and then let's paste it here. All right, good. So guys, just looking at it, all right, the answer we're supposed to get, guys, if this thing iterates true, we're supposed to get 85. That means you should have an ASCII value of 85. D should have an ASCII value of 100. A should have an ASCII value of 97. C should have an ASCII value of 99. I should have an ASCII value of 105. D should have an ASCII value of what? 115, right? And the last Y should have an ASCII value of 1 to 1. So guys, let's actually see that if that will come out to be true, if it's wrong, our console will bring out the right result for us. So let's just press enter here. Enter. Oh voila. Guys, do you see what just happened? Let me put them side by side so you know what so you actually see if they are correct or not. Okay. Let me put them side by side. Let's put them side by side, guys. Okay, I think I just opened opened the wrong slide. Okay, this is the one we need, and then let me bring out my this and I put in between. Okay, okay, good. Now let's bring out this. Now guys, compare it together. I said that um you would have an active value of 85. Did you see guys? 85. The next one is 100. The next one is 97. The next one is 99, 105, 116, and 121. So guys, it is that simple. That is how you can actually bring out the active value of each character in a string. Alright? How are you actually bringing it? Now, if you also want to find the active value of a specific character in JavaScript, you can use this charcoal at method. Alright, you can use this method to get it, guys. You can use just this method to get it. So, guys, it is just this simple. This is how simple you can actually get the char code, or rather the active value of all characters in a string. Alright. So to summarize today, guys, string comparisons are case sensitive in the sense that your JavaScript checks whether they have the same case. If they have, that means if they are the same capital letter, or if they are the same small letter, or rather if they are the same uppercase, or if they are the same lowercase. So you have to be aware of that. That is why when you compare two values, it might give you negative, that is false, because they are having different active values, which is affected through their case, right? Also, you can compare, you strings are compared character by character based on their active values, as I just said. And try to get the active value of all characters, or any character in your string. You can do that by making use of the charcoal art method. Okay. So guys, I encourage you all to practice comparing different strings and exploring their active values using the examples that we just covered and discussed today. I encourage you to do that, guys. Practice, 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 because practice makes perfect. And then apply all these concepts in your programming project for effective text data handling. So guys, if you have any questions or topics you would like me to cover in the future lesson, please feel free to ask me in the comment section. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class, and I will see you in the next JavaScript class. Have a great day and happy coding.